I hope will be okay on our connection, because today some problems. But nevertheless, we start in our work. And now I think I can present some information about our general position in consortium. But the first, I am pleased to present you our co-moderators, Vladimir Stepa from Polessky State University. Yes, and today we together provide some information about direction. Cooperation, some research scope of the center, and I hope you present your information about your department, about your research scope. I think it's very important to understand how we can connect in different possibilities. And soon we have the general final discussion. I think from our department, Leonid Pletsuk, professor, head of department, took part, and Irina Varskina, of course, senior lecturer in our department. You very well known. Yes, took part, and we all together discussing a lot of possibility of our cooperation. Yes. So the first of all, I share my screen. Please write if all okay. You see this slide presentation. And the first of all, our International Innovation and Applied Center, Aquatic Artery, have different possibilities of developing consortium of partner consortium at this center, and under interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary approach, and connected with a complex of measures of wastewater, sludge treatment, monitoring situation, quality analysis, water preparation, and water purification, online decision of supports of such system working, and of course developing new water treatment technologies. And under this type of task, we see the possibility of realization activities under our consortium partner that include European vectors and ASEAN vectors. And we see that connection under these groups, of course, mostly noted about research institution and research organization, industrial education organization, but not of all. We connected with industrial sectors, and I think it will be possibility to cooperate in a different position. If some have microphone open, please close it. And some moments about difference our partner organization. We had in 19 March general webinars. I think I give you general emailing with presentation from our partners, other partners, that you can see some direction and science scope and their positions. And of course we have record such webinars, and I send you because so you can analyze some of moments under our general webinars, and other possibility can be open, of course. And we see different type of organization, and I hope this combination, institution, research institution, some public organization, companies, can be very useful under different grant proposal. And we see that priorities of our center are very different, that conducted with wastewater treatment, of course, and water quality systems, but not of all. It's a combination of different positioning and interdisciplinary approach, and this we can understand and see our partners about different of possibility of this cooperation. I think from Polessky State University more deeply present this information Vladimir Stepa, and about Sumy State University I have some other presentation, of course, more deeply analysis, some of research scope of technological sludge treatment, wastewater treatment management, and of course important to analyze this possibility of cooperation directions. About our other vectors and institution of low temperature science, they have most of all some approach of microbiological connections with estimation of water quality and bioindicator studies of ecosystem, and other approaches with about China University. We see some of possibility of polymeric materials connection with wastewater treatment system, and of course it will be other webinars that more deeply present information about these partners. About Technical University of Berlin, it's have a strong position under anaerobic digestion and fermentation and different type of bioprocesses, and under this possibly connected with Czech University of Life Science Prague with wastewater treatment, management of research and application of anaerobic digestion. About Technical University of Košice, is a type of chemical different processes of purification wastewater systems and utilization of various nutrients and removal of heavy metals from water, and about laboratory of water wastewater environmental pollution. We see the integration of management and modeling of wastewater treatment system, and they have presentation and general mailing I send all of this position, and from partner consortium we see it's a include the company Encata for development, promotion, science, technological production. About your position, your scope from University of Life Science in Lublin, I think you more deeply discovers for us this possibility and your research scopus, and we discussing soon. And University of National Resources and Life Science Vienna, Austria, is connected with different type of volume editing products from industrial, municipal wastewater streams, and it's useful understanding this possibility of cooperation under all our partner consortium. Of course, is different public organization include to consortium also, and Ukrainian partner from National University of Civil Defense of Ukraine have a lot of solution and the monitoring system of water resources and approach of pool approach and understanding quality of water bodies and other moments, and the scope National Aerospace University of Kharkiv Aviation Institute also included under biological treatment domestic wastewater and treatment of store water for different pollutants. Again, of course, scope of activity includes different possibility cooperation with different type of industrial object service, municipal wastewater treatment system, and agricultural business, pharmaceutical, food industry. So it's depends of project cooperation and how it can be grows level of our cooperation under this center, and of course some focus of the facilities deepening of international cooperation and forming the most suitable form of analysis function of our partner and general conception of realization different type of task and possibility of grant proposal formation and development different type of joint project proposal and different level of grants. So it's that some moment of conception of developing our cooperation, and you can see program of promote international cooperation. You know these programs, a lot of know about such program, about Horizon. Now it's Horizon Europe, and but general the position of such type of direction also includes, and we see it's can be added a lot of other programs, military programs that connection with some more small consortium or very powerful consortium. So different type of possibility can be. So it's sort of introduction under this conception, under conception of analysis direction under possibility. A bit slowly. I am sorry. Thank you. Okay. So about this type of direction, I'm sorry, maybe I can more slowly speak in some moments about technological processes of wastewater treatment. I think tell Vladimir Stepa now, and the next we thinking about other possibility and connection with your scope of cooperation. If you want to some ask now, you can do this, or we soon go to other presentation.
Hello, dear friends. I do my report in English. Jednak ja wszystko rozumiem po polsku i rozmawiam nie za bardzo, ale rozumiem wszystko po polsku. Dlatego pytania mogą być na polskim do mnie, jeżeli coś. Wtedy do mojej prezentacji. Хорошо видно?
Yes, I think it's okay, normal.
My topic, my report is sustainable water management, water and wastewater treatment advances in aquaculture. As you know, the task of creating effective long-term use of water treatment is difficult for technical implementation. Science is necessary to have technological means that are guaranteed to provide a given water quality regardless of first from regards the quality of the water supplied for treatment. Long interruption in the operation of treatment facilities. Reagents, because as you know, as a result of the interaction of reagents with water can be synthesis even more dangerous compounds. They need specialization disposal. Set regards contamination of filter elements and their transformation in accumulators and incubators of pollution. For biological water treatment system, ambient temperature, because biological treatment plants are especially sensitive for these parameters. I think that you know more regardless, but we stop on only on this. As a result, the creation of high-quality water treatment system is possible only when the implementing a number air stage with a combination of different methods of removing pollutants. And we are think and it is impossible to create an industrial water treatment system only according to the equipment catalog. Science, there are no two identical objects. Each has its own specifics, the quality of the input water, parameter of technological process that use water, and others. Result our investigation in the field of water treatment is this algorithm. First step from this algorithm, first stage, assessment of the quality of not only water, but also the assessment of the efficiency of water use in technological process. They call it, this document, technological water passport. It's the first step. Second step, development of measures to improve resource and energy efficiency of water use. After, calculation and design of equipment for a specific customer with the creation of low capacity equipment for demonstration to the customer. And last combination steps, installation, startup, and of course setup. From our experience of the work performed, the first 3 points will reduce the cost of installing water treatment system by 20-30% at least. Now, some words about our technological components, our systems. The measures basic, our system is the system of operational collection and analysis of information about the water resource of the enterprise is the basic for the design of water treatment facilities. This system includes different components. One from them is efficient mathematical apparatus on neural networks. For measuring, we use the monitor for measuring the chemical oxygen demand. Our know-how monitor this chemical oxygen demand. This device working on a very interesting process, chemoluminescence. When after oxidation pollutants from ozone, we have light and fixes this light on special device. Another system higher level, it is a management system of the wastewater treatment facilities based on artificial intelligence. We use now neural networks and genetic algorithms. This system has open architecture and is the computer integrated. Open architecture, we can include different devices or delete another from them. Our technological basis, information from systems measuring and collection to provide is our safe water use system, WSS. WSS is a water treatment system based on the use of electrolysis process, filtration with the intensification of water treatment by using ultrasonic, UV, electromagnetic, hydrochemical effects, and others. Some words about WSS, brief characteristic of our technologies. We think that it is a new generation system capable of operating in the face of climate change. Purification method which we use, combining ion exchange, electrodialysis, electrochemical methods with the hydromechanical intensification. Advantages, the system is able to work efficiently in the emergency situation. About emergency situation, I say later. Production implementation our system was in different industrial objects. Among of them, first treatment wastewater after meat processing, discharge 1,500 cubic meters a day. We're using physiochemical method for treatment. Another object. Water treatment after cosmetology, discharge 80 cubic meter a day, and we're using physiochemical and advanced oxidation process for water treatment. We use it at 10 years, very interesting object. We use physiochemical and epoxy method for water treatment. Another field And another direction our investigation is and production implementation is treatment wastewater after airport drains with the removal of anti-icing agents. High discharge, 120 liter per second. And last object is metallurgical enterprise. Discharge 50 cubic meters per day, and we're using physiochemical method for treatment wastewater from plume boom. Another our activities and one from our basic scientific direction is industrial fishing farming. In this industrial fishing farming, we use our use-saving wastewater treatment system. It is as a result, they maintain the normal hydrochemical regime instead of or in combination of biological treatment system, and we have developed a complex aerobes for aquaculture. Aerobes system effectively purify water from ammonia, ammonium, nitrate, nitrates, phosphorus, iron, and other pollutants. We think that more high level system is aquaponic system. In this system we use electrolyze models. Its device the developed phyto models can work with both technology, NFC and DVC, depending on of the grow plants. Electrolyze units make pH correction depending on the type of cultivated products and without use reagents. And use our WSS can to realization reproduction technology of catfish, especially Clarius verpenius. In aquaculture, we use our system from management and, of course, collection technological information. The system perform real-time monitoring of the main indicators of the hydrochemical regime of cultivating water. And other very important for technological aquaculture parameters. And very interesting investigation, perspective investigation, it's electrochemical activation system, EACA. As a result of electrochemical activation, water transforms into a metastable activated state, while exhibiting increase reactively in various physicochemical processes for several tenths for hours. As a result, disinfection of fish and seafoods. Using of analyte. Analyte it's water liquid from plus area. Using of analyte of fishing vessels to increase the shelf life and fish and seafoods. Regeneration of oxidized fats in compound feeds and others. Next perspective field for our cooperation in our International Innovative and Applied Center. It's environmentally friendly and warranted cleaning of the leachate landfills. You can see our CHEM for use on for treatment leachate landfills. Of course, our results, our develops are double socket and emergency mobile water supply with VSC. Some from them, it's a double socket water supply for the residential building, emergency mobile water supply, car wash water supply with recycling water research. And our perspective scientific investigation, of course, is wastewater treatment for drugs, especially including antibiotics. For solve this difficult task. We use advanced oxidation process, among them photocatalytic processes, ozonation, variants of the phantom process, and electrochemical process. It's my short report about our scientific investigation, który możemy proponować do naszej współpracy.
Thank you very much for that presentation. Very interesting. I think we can deeply discussion of that possibility, and should be noted our center have that really interdisciplinary approach and connection with biochemical, physicochemical processes in unit integration unit. And now I'm pleasure to present to you some additional presentation and more deep analysis of specificity and connection between a process and our department research scope, but not in all position. Especially, I have some moment with share of my screen. Okay, it's okay. And now you can see wastewater recycling with production of biofuels and other biobasic products. When I see some major fields of research that present Professor Krzysztof Józwiakowski, I see a lot of information about some reuse of wastewater after treatment, different type of wastewater treatment plant with connection with phosphorus removal, lard deposition. So under this connection, I want to present to your attention that presentation. And yes, some moments slideshow. We can see some objectives and results that connected with the exploration of the possibilities of improving biotechnology under the production of biofuels and different other biobasic products, biochemical research of waste detoxification, phosphorus recovery from wastewater, and integration approach from sources of bioremoval and bioproducts to microbiological conversion and downstream processes. Under this position, we understand that the development of environmentally friendly materials and processes and bioeconomical growth is connected with life cycle assessment of all of the state of products. Using and provide information different possibility and about discovering two type of ways that can be very useful and production biobasic products and connected with processes of biological treatment research lab. In every country we see a lot of different technology and research lab treatment, and now it's a task. Municipal wastewater treatment plan have a lot of byproducts, but in Ukraine it's at organic waste because it's located in large field, and we don't use such possibility of using, unfortunately, because they have toxic components, mainly heavy metals. And other chemical waste or chemical byproducts, phosphogypsum is a byproduct from the processing of phosphate rock by the wet acid method, and we see now in the different countries you have a lot of accumulations that byproducts have different direction of using, but its connection with composition of phosphogypsum and different possibility of processing phosphogypsum now is very important in different countries, especially in Ukraine. We have more than 55 million tons on the whole territory of Ukraine. In Sumy, of course, we have two locations of dump phosphogypsum, and most of all 50 million tons. So it's a large chemical waste that need to something recycling. And now we understand that urban industrial waste can be a sources that can be used in different processes and biotechnologies. And phosphogypsum that we estimation and analysis in Sumy region have position and the possibility use of nutrients and some trace element as suitable for forming necessary growth of bacterial growth and bioprocesses. And of course, we see search slot and composition of search slot and dragon important task of phosphorus removal and integration and composition of this slot that most suitable processing. About the state that our conversion, it includes two-state anaerobic digestion with higher metal precipitation, is forming fatty acids digestion, and some biofuels, biogas that connected with some additional composition of such gas and gases phase and aerobic conversion for suitable form of biomethane and biosulfur. Under this processing, we use it organic waste and chemical byproducts at addition for processing, for stimulation under anaerobic conditions of fat reduction with heavy metal precipitation of hydrogen sulfide. In such advantages of biotechnological solution known about, most of all possibility developing new direction of such waste recycling and forming some of useful byproducts and removal pollution from search slot and biogas generation. Under these processes, we see different stages and complexes approaches, including analysis of slot and microbiological investigation of growth, different group of microorganisms, and condition of sulfate reduction bacterial growth and methane bacterial growth. It can be some possibility of cooperation between these groups and different composition of substrate and domination. About result of phosphogypsum waste support medium, of course, including estimation physical chemical features of such byproducts of waste, chemical waste, and analysis possibility of biofilm growth and phosphogypsum, and including components this growth. For example, mobility of granular phosphogypsum and direction of aerobic condition. Aerobic condition is a good forming biosulfur. So it's a different possibility to analyze use some of part of phosphogypsum under this processing optimization technological processes of use of phosphogypsum under different physical properties. Under this type of investigation include, of course, mathematics modeling and optimization control and system and technological application and forming complex that can be general complexes technology realization. I should notice that, of course, life cycle assessment and dissemination exploitation such type bioproducts, it include biomethane, biosulfur, some organic fertilizers, biocomposite digestion. It can be analysis a possibility, and such products like ground phosphogypsum, it's a direction that form it get useful byproducts. Especially we understand the prospects of research under this level can grow it, and we see different possibility of formation of consortium involving different partners from different countries, and it's needing creation several type of projects and forming more growth our level of cooperation, and I hope it can be possible under our center. And we have most relevant publication under this topic. This presentation I will send you, and you can analyze it. Some more interesting possibility of publication we can discussion in general. So it's a short presentation that I think also useful for understanding some elements for our analysis of scope of proposal in different direction, and such complex multidisciplinary approach that all of our partners can find his position. It's very important, yes, find position under gross level cooperation under our center, and I think now it will be very useful that to hear about your research scope and your direction, and how you think in such cooperation. So I am pleasure to take your time, and please provide your information. Professor Krzysztof Juskowski, it's okay connection?
Okay.
Yes?
We cannot share our screen right now. I don't know.
Why? I don't know. You using a such Meet platform or not?
No, we are not using Meet.
So in the bottom you see begin show.
Yeah. We are clicking this one.
One window. You can choose a window and find your lot of window can open, and you find your presentation, or you have some problem.
We see this button, but there is a communicate that you cannot share your screen. You have to have some agreement to share the screen. And
I closed my presentation and I check. I don't see from any other checking. I don't see. You can send me presentation. I can show if because unfortunately I don't see how I can accept a presentation in that field. I don't have such answer any answer about accepting of presentation.
Okay.
You can try again. Because now I closed my presentation, and now.
Patricia, you maybe don't give access from the first beginning when you only enter to the Meet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe we should.
You may reconnect.
Start again. Yes, you can come in again.
Okay.
For example, some of connection moments. Так, ну нічого, зараз.
Там, якщо коли заходиш, то відразу запитує, чи можна дозволити використовувати.
Нібито все дозволяло, але не знаю, що.
Коли вони заходили, то
щось не так, так?
Десь там не дозволили шерити свої теми.
Я зрозуміла, вони просто не дозволили, власне, зі своєї там софту. Зі своєї боку. Зі свого я дозволила, а вони зі свого цей запрос не підтвердили тоді. Ну, дивимося, зараз повинно все бути. So, we don't hear you. Please, microphone.
You're muted.
Yeah. It's also not working. Maybe it's about computer, Krzysztof.
So you can send me and I can share. Okay.
We already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. You send now.
Yes, on your email.
Email. Okay. I find some minutes.
It's coming.
It's coming soon from Poland. Of course, it's time need that coming. Of course. Oh, I see very quickly because we're very close. Okay. I see your presentation now. I download your presentation and open. Okay, so now I can show your presentation very quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start with a short presentation about our department, our university. So maybe we can go to the next slide. Our university is in Lublin city, the capital city of our voivodeship. We have like 300,000 inhabitants, and we are the biggest city on the west bank of the Vistula River, and we have for about 117 kilometers to the Warsaw, capital of Poland. And here is a view of the city center of our town. It's an old town.
Please, the next.
And what is very important in Lublin, it's a city of students. For about 20% of our city residents are students. Right now, it's a different situation, as you know. We have 9 universities, over 200 fields of study, and for about 6,000 and half foreigners from almost 100 countries, and over to 20,000 graduates each year in Lublin. Yeah, maybe next. Oh yeah. Going to our university, we have 7 faculties. We have 34 courses of study. We have over 70 years of tradition. As you see, we've got 10,000 students studying in our university, 62 graduates, and so on. As I said, we have 7 faculties. Our faculty is a faculty of production engineering, but we have a cooperation with other faculties, faculty of bioengineering, I think the best, and the other ones with like biology and so on. Our rector is the Professor Krzysztof Kowalczyk, and also we have 4 vice rectors. Rector for Science and International Cooperation, Human Resources, Student Affairs, and University Development. And going to our departments, in our department we have 2 sub-departments and a laboratory. The head of our department is Professor Jóźwiakowski, and also he's head of the sub-department of Ecological Engineering. And also we have laboratory of analysis of water and wastewater. It's a strong connection with ecological engineering sub-department. And also we have sub-department of geodesy and spatial information with a head of Andrzej Mazur. Here is our department. Right now it's 28 people. And what are the main tasks of our research? It's water and wastewater management, ecology. As you said, you have a strong relation with anaerobic digestion. It's also in this topic of our university, of our department. But Professor Jóźwiakowski will present mostly water and wastewater management and protection and farming of water resources. The fourth topic is surveying and the organization of agricultural land. This is the for survey studies of the land surveying people. We have a strong international cooperation with a lot of institutes and a lot of universities. I think after this project, we can add with a big heart Sumy State University. Up here, we have right now Lviv University. We've got Polytechnic Institute of Beja in Portugal, Institute of Agriculture and Food Research in Spain, Latvia, Turkey, Italy, Denmark, China, and so on, as you can see. The cooperation of our department, but also we cooperate in Poland with University of Agriculture in Krakow, mostly connection with Professor Bugajski, Gdańsk University of Technology with Magdalena Gajewska, Poznań University of Life Science, Jacek Zach. I think Irina knows pretty well, professor, and also University of Life Science in Wrocław, Krzysztof Pulikowski. But also our cooperation is with institutions in Poland, the communities, national parks. Mostly national parks are connected with wastewater treatment plants. Professor Jóźwiakowski will tell you something more about this. But also we cooperate with companies and Polish Society of Ecological Engineering. What are the main activities of our department? Are the lectures of geodesy and cartography, environmental engineering, laboratory investigation, implementation of technologies in the field, water, wastewater, and energy management, patents, science publications, and organizing conferences. So maybe a very, very short review of our conferences. We organize a lot of conferences. One of those was in 2011, 2012, 13. 13 next one. We have student camps. We have students from abroad. Here are students from Ukraine in the water intake station. We also have some meetings in Portugal, in Resesrch National Park with other students, in Ukraine, in Lviv. Here you see the conference in the Czech Republic, in Spain, and this one is also in Spain. We have got conference in Krakow, and I should add also the conference in Lublin. Irina was in this conference. She could tell. Oh, yeah, thanks. And now I will give us a speech to Professor Jóźwiakowski.
Hello, everybody. My name is Krzysztof Jóźwiakowski. I would like to show you our activities about application and research in the area of water and wastewater management. Please next. In this picture, you can see our directions of efficiency and reliability of constructed wetland wastewater treatment plants, about the watering and disposal of sewage sludge in constructed wetlands and other systems, the filters to phosphorus removal from water and wastewater systems to rainwater collecting, efficiency of household wastewater treatment plants, testing of quality of surface water and groundwater, and I would like to talk about our publications and patents. In this picture, you can see our first constructed wetland in Poland. This is one stage constructed wetland from 1994. You can see one bed with willow. Maybe next. And in this picture, you can see this one stage constructed wetland, which working near Lublin. Maybe next picture. In last years, we have investigation with hybrid constructed wetlands, which consists of two beds with vertical and horizontal flow. You can see on this picture septic tank and two beds. The first is with Phragmites australis, the second is with Salix viminalis. And on the end of our system, we have filters to phosphorus removal with silica calcium rock Opoka. This rock is in Poland. I think that this rock is in Ukraine too. And you can see in the picture this object. This object is for 6 people. You can see on this picture, and you can see the wastewater, raw wastewater on the 1 and 2 samples, and 5 and 6. This is wastewater after treatment in one bed and second bed. In this picture, you can see the next, our object in Skorczyce. with Miscanthus giganteus and Heliatus tuberosus. And you can see wastewater in raw wastewater and after treatment. On the left, you can see two bottles with wastewater from the river. Please, next. And the next picture, we can see object with Miscanthus giganteus and Willow salix viminalis near the school. This is object for 50 people. We have cooperation with national parks. In this picture, you can see a constructed wetland system in turtle shape in the Polessky National Park. We doing investigation in this object. In last years, we are conduct research with constructed wetlands to the watering of sewage sludge. This is our first object with Miscanthus giganteus. Is the next. And we have the innovative system to the watering of sewage sludge in Polessky National Park. This is our Polish patent number, you can see. We have 4 bags with sludge. This sludge is pumping from a septic tank. Please, the next. In this picture, we can see a filter with Opoka rock in hybrid constructed wetland in Resesrch National Park. It's very clean water. Last years, we are doing investigation with rainwater collecting system in national park. This water is using to clean cars in national park. And we are doing investigation with household wastewater treatment plants because in Poland we have dispersed area in rural areas, and we have many household wastewater treatment plants in different technologies with drainage pipe, with biological bed, with active sludge on down. Maybe next. And sometimes we are doing investigation about quality of surface and groundwater. This is Bialskie Lake near Lublin, very clean lake. Is the next. And sometimes we are doing investigation from rivers and groundwater from wells. Maybe next, please. And now you can see our publications about possibility of using plants from hybrid constructed wetlands to energy purposes from Ecological Engineering Journal. The next is about hybrid constructed wetlands in national parks. This is monograph, which we introduced in Czech Republic. We cooperate with Jan Wymazal from Czech Republic. Okay, please, next. And next is about long-term operation of Kikut type constructed wetlands in environmental technology. We cooperate with Magdalena Gajewska from Gdańsk. Please, next. And this publication is in separation purification technology about reliability and efficiency of pollution removal in constructed wetland. Please, next. And this is about the influence of particle size of carbonate silica rock on the efficiency of phosphorus removal from domestic wastewater. Please, next. And we have experiences about application of hydrogen peroxide to optimize of ammonium removal from domestic wastewater. Please, next. And we have a few patents. This is innovative system to the watering of sewage sludge. This Polish patent. The next is a patent about protection reservoirs before eutrophication. Maybe next picture. And this is Polish utility formula from a household wastewater treatment plant to active sludge from wastewater. Please next. And on the end, I would like to invite you on our international conference, Ecological Environmental Engineering. This conference will be held in Wrocław, in Poland, in June and July. We invite you all. Thank you. Invite you to cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your invitation. Of course, it's we're very glad to participate in your conference. And now it's online conference or not?
Right now it's going to be online, but we are hoping it will be better situation.
Okay, we still hope it's very good. So it's very interesting. Thank you.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Christoph, I remember that the deadline for conference thesis for this conference was till the beginning of March. I want to participate, and if I can, if it's possible to send their theses.
It is postponed till the end of the April. You can send.
Okay.
Yeah. You have more time.
That's great. Yes. So I send you my thesis.
Okay.
And I hope that after my vaccination, I can can come to you both on the mobility project and to the conference also. Let's cross our fingers.
Yes, it's very will be good. Yes, possibility to arrive and meet face to face. I think, of course. So now we finished our presentation. I think it's a lot of possibility really to cooperation and under research field. Of course, you have a lot of different. Direction of your research and in our center we present under our partner consortium different type of research scope, but they connected with our wastewater system and treatment, water purification, sludge processes. And I think now it will be good that our presence have some opinion about a possibility of growth of level of our cooperation under the center. First of all, yes, I think maybe Vladimir Stepa won't tell something.
Of course, as for me, it's very interesting and cooperation a need for our scientific research, especially interesting for financial moment our scientific research in the Poland, in the Ukraine, maybe in Belarus for production implementation our research in the real objects. And for me, it's very interesting and our one from main direction, our cooperation. That's for me.
Thank you for your opinion. It's very important. And Professor Krzysztof Józwiakowski and Rita can tell about your opinions. It's very important.
I think that this is very interesting consortium, and I think that we will cooperate in the organizing on different conferences, but in doing of research together, maybe in different topics from wastewater treatment, from sewage sludge. I think that we meet in staff mobility from Erasmus Plus, because we can get money on our journey. Yes, maybe in Erasmus we will cooperate.
Yeah. I think it's a very good idea to think about it in a not now, because this project must run right now, and Erasmus application is, as Irina knows, we have to apply and wait for the decision. But I think also we can connect those wastewater treatment plants, anaerobic digestion, in the whole project, because it's not only wastewater, and there's another part like anaerobic digestion. It could be connected, as I saw in those presentations.
Yes, it's very important to connection between different methods, different processes, and forming the most suitable model of cooperation and a different type of project proposal. And of course, anaerobic digestion can include in the complex of wastewater treatment system. So it's most important to find such a suitable solution for different partners, and we see that very close research scope we have under different partner organization, and it's need to grow that cooperation in research project, in education, can be training project also too, and I think it's only the first stage of our cooperation. It's a meeting forming such a general position, and soon we have a lot of other possibility and discussion for more certain project and more deep analysis of the different grant levels and how we can connect it with such interdisciplinary approach with different possibility, understanding this possibility, and I think dissemination, if it's you agree, your presentation to our partner organization from Germany, Slovak, France, Czech Republic, yes, Japan. So our presentation will be dissemination. I send general mailing, and soon we keep in touch, and often in dynamics, I hope very good dynamics have for analysis such possibility and connection cooperation, and find a suitable grant program for cooperation, the starting under our center. And I think, Irina, you wanted something, tell, please, you can provide information.
I'm sure that our cooperation will be very successful, because I know that Lublin University of Life Sciences has a great scientific value, and I like your research directions very much. I meet many your colleagues at the conference 2 years ago, and I think everything will be very successful, and we can start other projects, and we find their joint opportunity to make their grant proposal on the wastewater treatment processes.
So I think it's a good position that general starting to work. Yes, the most important is starting to work, thinking about this possibility, analysis all information that present now. Yes, and I send you general presentation on our center, and send us a presentation from our partner. So we thinking about this possibility and forming the suitable suitable condition for functional devoted all elements of our partners, and how it can be involved to proposal projects and start to work. I think it's a sort of birthday of our center, so it's only very young at Central, but I hope it can be very powerful and consortium level cooperation growth. Okay, so
question.
Yes, of course.
If there will be such a letter of all universities will write a letter of rector's agreement before starting the project, something like this, do you think it would be a good idea to prepare such a document?
Yes, of course. These documents we now form it. And of course, all partners receive these documents. So it's important moments of officiality status of our center. And I send you these documents now. We discuss in some moments in our university, because to base it in our university, and form in English translation these documents, and all partners receive in one general mail and agree these documents. Yes, of course. Thank you for this question. Okay, and so I think it's at a positive moment, but we can start in our work. Yes, and I'm very glad to see all of you, and I hope for new state, for start cooperation, and really good work under our Central Innovation and Applied Center, Water Artery, Aquatic Artery. Okay, thank you very much. If any some comments, we maybe finish it our now online meeting. Yes, so all agree with me, and I hope to be continue, very fruitful continue such our cooperations possibilities. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your participation, and keep in touch and form in a very good condition for activity of our center.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
До widzenia, panowie.
Do widzenia.
Bye.
Do widzenia.
I miss you so much.
Yeah.
Do widzenia.